It didn't say nothing about hippie hair. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say nothing about pale skin. This is actually a curse in the Bible. This is leprosy. So you telling me the Messiah, the anointed, the chosen angel out of all of them, the only begotten son is cursed? That makes no sense. What they did is painted him to look like them. So we can look at them like, oh, you're God. I'm supposed to do what you say do. I'm supposed to follow you because the Messiah looks like you. That's what they did. That's how they painted the judges. Read it again. So
he covered the faces of the judges thereof.
That's how they covered the faces of the judges, man. Is they whitewashed everything, you know? And to this day, our people, these people on this sign, they'll rob each other, but they won't go rob the so-called white people. Because they fear the so-called white people. Now, robbing is bad, period. But when it comes to them doing what's wrong, they rather do it to their own people who ain't got nothing, opposed to doing it to the enemy, because they don't know who the enemy is, man. Go ahead.
Stockholm Central.
That is Stockholm
Central.
If not, where and who is he?
If the so-called white man is not the wicked, where is the wicked and who is the wicked? Why are you ignoring that? You know, if the so-called white man is not the wicked, where is the wicked and who is the wicked? If you don't have an answer for that, do not come up here or leave a comment saying the Arabs are the wicked. They're bombing people, they killing each other, and they got suicide bombers. No, man. All right, because if all the Arabs want to do is chill out, they want land and they want to chill out, we're going to give them that opportunity under our rule, though. Go ahead, though. We was back in England. Oh, yeah. Finish reading that, then we'll...
It's Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah.
But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, now when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. All right, they in a lower state. They feel depressed, stressed, oppressed, all of that, you know? Yeah.
Society, you look around in society now and it proves it. You know, it's obvious when you look around and see all these different nations. You see so-called white people homeless. You see so-called Negroes homeless, Indians. You know, all these different races are homeless. They're doing bad because who's in rulership?
You know what proves it? The children prove it. The children prove that everything is out of order. Because they the ones that's actually been raised, and everybody look at them as monsters, man. Why? Because their parents was monsters. So you got monsters raising monsters, and so on and so forth. Nobody has stepped outside of the box and has said, we gotta stop raising our children like this, man. But what do? They give them cell phones to put in front of their face. Here, take this and go on, you know? To make their job easier. Not even, yeah, this is their job, but, you know, I want a more defined word if I can find it, you know? But you're supposed to be a parent. You're supposed to interact with your child. You're supposed to build your child up, man. But yet, our people do what? Here's the phone. They let them watch all kind of YouTube videos, not even knowing what they watching, what they paying attention to, where they getting the inspiration from, because they not getting it from you, because you on your phone on Facebook all day, while your child on YouTube all day or playing games all day. All right? So that's what proves that this society is backwards. Because things are getting worse. Generation by generation, things are getting worse, man. Like when I was in middle school, you had a couple guys that brought guns to school. But now you got elementary people bringing guns. Elementary people having guns. Elementary people saying, on my hood, on crib, on blood, or saying cuss words, man. All right? But nobody got nothing to say about things like that because that's funny to them. It's entertainment. Look at this little child cussing. You know what I'm saying? Versus when we was being raised, anybody could slap you in the mouth. Your mama can slap you in the mouth. Your daddy can slap you in your mouth. Your auntie, your uncle,
Your neighbor.
your neighbor can slap you in the mouth. The neighbor down the street can slap you in the mouth, and then you can't go home and tell on them because they gonna tell the reason why they slapped you in the mouth. You know, that's how society's.
And you get slapped in the mouth again.
And then you get slapped. Hey, that's how it was in Mississippi, man. All right, they allowed the schools to paddle you, and if you got a paddle in that school, they notify your guardian, and then your guardian will paddle you. And if your guardian is just your guardian, ain't even your actual parent, your parent will paddle you. Well, it wasn't a paddle, it was more basketball, but you know, it takes a village to raise a child, man. All right, therefore you don't got separate cliques in one village. You know, these people allow you to eat pork, these people allow you to smoke, these people is all vegan, these people only eat beef, these people ready to go to war. Everybody had the same morals, the same ethics. So when that child is there, that child is raised up, and that child won't have to feel like, oh, I'm left outside of the circle. I just want to be my own person. No, there was no being your own person. Your dad's a carpenter, you gonna be a carpenter. Your dad's a fisherman, you gonna be a fisherman, man. That's how it was. All right? It ain't no going to the school system and pick what you want to do. What do you like? You're 10 years old. You don't know what you like. Damn, like you know what you like? You like ho-hos and Twinkies and Sour Patch Kids. You like candy as that child. But if you was raised up, your mind would be in a ready to leave home state. You know what I'm saying? So the answer would be more knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, where we at, bro? Go ahead, you got it.
That was it. That's probably 29 too. It's all good.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're good. What are you guys up to?
Reading the Bible in truth and sincerity.
Sweet.
Teaching the truth of the Bible.
What was that?
Just teaching the truth of the Bible. That's it.
Sweet. Just like doing missionary work?
Better.
Preaching, right?
Yeah, and truth and sincerity, you know. We do know that there's a part in y'all book that say being dark skinned is a curse when the Bible say the opposite. You know, leprosy is actually a curse, not being dark skinned.
Yeah, our book doesn't say that.
2 Nephi 5:21.
Dang.
It says that word for word.
Have you read the rest of it before?
That's all I need to see.
Hey,
Okay.
I have not.
just reading that alone contradicts what the Bible. So if that book came from the Bible, you can't have two books that say different things. It don't work like that.
Well, we didn't come here to argue, just to see what you guys
I
are doing.
understand. I'm just saying. You know, that's why you said what are we doing? I said in truth and sincerity. You know, I wasn't being a a-hole or anything about it. I'm just letting you know where we stand. You know, that's what we're doing. Right now, this guy's up here. He's just listening. Y'all welcome to listen if y'all want. Right now, we actually, what was we in? Oh, we was Amos, but ultimately he had a question about, you know, different lands over there warring. I said, well, when the righteous bear rule, that's not going to happen, you know. And we was talking about, you know, the so-called whites ruling the earth nonetheless. You know, and that's why you have a lot of things like that going on. You have a lot of wars. They instigate wars, they take resources, so on and so forth. There's a track list, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we were speaking about. And the fact that they put this depiction up as the Lord, you know, Jesus Christ, as I would say, you know. We don't necessarily use that name, but, you know, this is a false image. All right? This is a false image that was put up because I'm sure y'all read the book of Revelation. And it don't say nothing about any of this. The hair, the skin color, or the eyes, any of that. All of that is false according to the book of Revelations. So that's why I said in truth and sincerity.
When was the last time you read the book of Revelations in the Greek?
Amen. I'm glad y'all telling them that. Jesus didn't have no straight hair.
That, see, you know, it's...
That's right.
They own Bible, guys who fully hair, dark skin. They told on themselves.
Told on on it. It ain't their own Bible though. It's our Bible. You know what I'm saying? You said what?
So in the Greek version of the New Testament,
It's been a while. I haven't looked up too many definitions.
so
but
it says
if
skin
you
of,
wanted-
skin of white bronze in Greek. That's what it means.
Hey, we can go ahead and
Like
do that.
gold. So it's you can look into it if you want to. It means it's not that he's white like me or black like you. He's brilliant. He's bright. That's what it's getting at. It's not either white or black.
Hey, don't record us, man.
He's glorified.
Hey,
Jesus as a resurrected being isn't white or black. He's just bright.
No,
Brighter
he had
than the sun.
he had a depiction of it.
And then it also
Okay,
says
so that's-
his
okay.
hair of wool. That means like hair that's shiny, like white. Glorified.
So
You can look it up in the Greek if
So
you haven't.
woolly
It'll
hair,
clarify for you.
woolly hair means it's shiny.
You just have to look. I can look right now, but it's not worth
Yeah,
it.
no, I got
It gotta be worth it if you brought it up. It gotta be worth it if we brought up our defense on it. We're bringing up yours. You know, the scripture.
Do you have it?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1.
You want it in the Greek?
Oh, you want it read in the Greek.
Yeah.
Get the definitions in.
Oh, we're gonna show it to it.
So what about King? Okay, what about? We'll deal with this first.
So I'm gonna read the scripture in the English, and then I'm gonna get into the Greek.
Solid.
We'll get into the Greek after, for edification of the camera. This is Revelation chapter 1.
Before we, nah, go ahead. 'Cause okay, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Okay, wait. Before he read this, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was Moses white as well?
I have no idea. I've never met him.
Have you met Jesus? You seen him? But you read about Moses.
Yeah.
But you read about Jesus.
Yeah. Does it specify?
I'm asking.
Moses? I don't know if it specifies.
Have you seen
Moses.
depictions of Moses?
Not really.
You never seen a picture of Moses.
I've seen like artist rendition, like their paintings, their creativity.
The same as what about Jesus, right?
I mean, it's just an artist depiction. You can look whatever, like no one really saw it.
Real quick,
Okay,
real
I'm
quick.
just.
Are you guys saying that there is no picture of Jesus? And even the Moses, and you probably all of them, those in the name, there's no pictures of them.
I'm not saying there's no picture at all. I'm saying that he definitely didn't look like this.
Was it Revelation chapter 1?
And his hair not even woolly anyway. So why is this picture even? Why is this picture even global?
Well, see, the one in Revelations is referring to glorified and resurrected Jesus Christ.
This is Revelation
So
chapter.
what about because he already had went to the heavens? So what about in Daniel's when it talks about his father and it talked about him having woolly hair and dark skin and a green garment? That's before he came down on earth and was re-resurrected, as you're saying. But it's calling him dark skin in Daniel. Can we please get that? I believe it's 10 chapters. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Read it in English and then we'll get the definition.
Okay. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his
Because
eyes.
he was wise. The scriptures tell you his hair was white because he was wise. The scriptures tell you that it doesn't. Are y'all laughing and giggling about gray-haired men?
It sounds like it says it's white. It's literally white.
Yeah, because he was wise.
Okay, yeah.
The scriptures tell you white hair represents wisdom.
That's
So,
what I'm telling you.
there's a scripture in the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, snap your helmet because you about to leave.
Yeah, we are. Because
know.
you just read that it was white.
Okay,
But there's also a scripture in the Book of Mormon.
you said it was.
Well, bring it out. Bring it
Look
out.
at you.
No, bring it out. Come on, we conversing. Bring it out.
I can feel the spirit of
No,
You
it's
said
no
it was.
contention.
No,
We just trying
you
to get
said
to
it was woolly because it was glorified, right? So why was it white? Since we wrong, you tell us why it was white.
Well, you just said that the Book of Mormon teaches that that black people are cursed, right?
That was the first thing. We're not
Yeah.
talking about that anymore.
Well,
We're talking
so
about
we
the
already
depiction.
said that his hair is white. That's been established. We can move on.
But why was it white?
it was white because it says it's white.
No,
And if you look at the Greek,
no,
But you're talking about Greek and all of this though. You can't go off the English transliteration and then bring up Greek, and then we read it English. You want to roll with some of the English and roll with some of the Greek, because it also said that his skin was bronze as burnt in a furnace, right? Didn't it say that? Read it, bro.
so right here, I can read.
So
Is that same? I can read.
just come on this side.
this is how we operate. Like that Bible, man, you don't want to box you behind.
So,
We can still converse and
Not
exchange
saying where,
information.
you know.
my name's Elder Kirk. By the way. Sorry, I don't know myself. Okay.